Okay, so this is my first little video. I decided to get a doll's head because I've been watching loads of lives and been really inspired by everybody. So in my studio I use only Oway products, so I'm going to demonstrate everything with the use of the Oway products. For this wee look, I'm just going to show how I set hair. Either doing bridal hair, which I don't do anymore, but if I'm on set or if anyone comes to the studio to get their hair done and they want wear their hair down but they want the longevity, I always set it first because it's like a building. Without, like, if you didn't have a foundation of a building, it would fall. So it's the same with hair. So what I would do first is, if the client didn't want it blow dried, I would still go in with the root boost, and you can either spray that directly on your hand and put it onto the roots, or just never ever go in like that because it'll get tacky. Kind of like hold from about here and just spray, just like my noises are, and just spray in the root section to where you want it. And then I don't have any at home. It's called Flux Potion or Curly Potion, and 2 drops of that through the mid-lengths and ends and blow dry it in, and it just helps to give the hair a really good kind of stable foundation for whenever you're setting it. Normally when I'm setting hair, the ones I have at home here are the 25mm, and I go between them and the 32, I think it is, and normally I would alternate between them. But today, because I haven't been to the studio excuse me, to pick this up, I'm just going to use it with this one. So I separate the hair down the middle, and instead of going straight across, I always like to do, I'm a bit obsessed with triangles and stuff, so I would always like to go down at a wee angle and then place the hair away. So I don't know if I'm doing this right with the camera. And then the same on that side, and then place the hair away. It's so weird working on hair that isn't on a human. And then with my first section, I always roll everything up. So I would take from the middle bit, well, probably not even middle, it's like 3/4 of the way down, and I never do it the whole way up because I don't want it to be big and bouncy. This is more to kind of give it a wave. So a wee tip is, when you're doing it, if you keep tapping the top of the barrel, and once you feel the heat coming the whole way through, then it's heated the whole way through. And then this wee bit here, and you just lift it up like that, and you're left with a little barrel curl in your hand. And what I would do with that is hold it, getting a little silver pin, and then just twist it through and secure it. So then you're left with a little circle like that through the hair. And then my next section here, I take probably about 1.5 inches, and I'll do the same thing. I'll take it just at a slight angle, not straight across, so it goes to the back of the ear, and the same on this side to the back of the ear. And then once I get to the top, then I'll bring it straight, so then it kind of goes at a weird little triangle, but everything's kind of triangle based. So I'll just go and do that now. Pin it away. I don't know if anyone else gets told off for putting those in your teeth. My dentist is always shouting at me, and then I wonder why I've got chips in my teeth because I constantly have a pin on it. And then the same with this section here. What I do is I cut this into 3. So I'll take from where I've done there, that's one solid section, so I've kind of break that up. So go into that bit there and take that little section and I'm going to curl this one, but because the way I want the hair to fall, these outer two, I'm going to curl this way, and this one I'm going to curl that way. Just gives a really nice formation whenever you take the hair out, and it's not just all in the same direction. And the same twist through. And then make sure you've got your little ends tucked in, otherwise it looks like the bottom of your hair is advertising for Nike. Or Nike, whatever way you want to say it. And the same, keep holding this until the hair, you can feel the hair getting hot and you can't touch it. And it just means then that it's going to curl the whole way through for you. And it makes it last or two. And then the same, put down into your hand. And then you're left again with your little circle. And then just fold it. And then put your wee pin in. So then it's kind of at that angle. So this one, because this one went this way, this little one here, I'm going to put the other way. And then see, make sure that you've got your bottom bits tucked in. I have my tongs on at 190. I don't like to go too hot in the hair because I don't want to burn the hair, and I would rather do it slower and get the result rather than just pin it and then obviously then you burn your fingers too, which is never a good idea. So once it's curled the whole way through, and then sometimes you can let it down so you can see what way it's going, and then just wrap it around your fingers again. And then we're just going to pin that to the head. And the same, just put a little pin in so you've got a wee circular motion. And then with this one, because that one went this way and that one went this way, then this one is going to go this way. And then the same, just hold. And then upside down. And pin. Oh, sorry. Dropped it. And then put your pin in. So now I've come to the top, it's just going to be above the ear, and it's going to be straight up and round. And then the same on the other side. You kind of take from, turn this round, top of the ear up to the crown, and move this away. And then we'll put this into sections as well. And this is where I like to start doing a little tiny bit of backcombing, but not too much. I'm more of a kind of soft, natural look. I don't like it too big and boofy, but that's just my own personal preference. So now what I'm going to do is take a little, well, quite a big section at the crown. Around that way. See, it goes like a very uneven triangle, but that's the kind of gist. And then with my little back combing brush, or it's a comb, clearly it's a comb, I'll just go in 1, 2, 3. So it's giving you a little bit of volume, but you're not actually breaking or damaging the hair, so then you're not going. So the integrity of the hair gets kept, which is always nice. And then this one here, because I want the height to kind of come up naturally at the crown, I'm going to turn this one under, and then once I've turned it under, I'll show you. I kind of just turn it to the side a little bit and pin it. So the same, lift everything up and tuck it under. Lift it up. Tuck it under. I do not want to be left with a night tick, so I'm going to take that one out again. So trial and error with your comb and trial and error with your tongue. For this section here, I probably would have went in for the bigger tongue, but I don't have it right now, so I'm just using the smaller one. So I'll take this from the bottom because this is longer and there's not many layers in this haircut. So I'm slowly just bringing that up so I can tuck it under so there's no wee ticks. And then tuck it under, and then the same, just hold it until the top, part gets hot. Plus it's nice in the winter whenever it keeps your hands warm. Not so much in the summer when it's warm and you're sweltered. And with COVID, I don't even know if we'll be allowed to put air conditioning on in the summer. That's one. Does anybody know that actually? Let me see. So now I'm going to take this out. And where it's all turned under, I'm just going to turn it slightly to the side. And because it's a bigger section, I'm going to put 2 clips in, one on either side. And I just find that when I do it like this, even though it's all turned under and it's just a slight angle, depending if you've got a double crown or not, it just means that it falls really nice and you don't get as many gappage, or as much gappage. English is shocking, but sure. I wouldn't think it was my first language. Then the same with this one, I'm going to put this one up and away so it's kind of coming off the face, so it will give a little bit of width at the side. And the same, just gently go in with your comb and small little pushes. And if you notice, I don't use hairspray. I use a thing called Sculpting Mist from Oway. So it is their form of hairspray, because they don't use aerosols because it's not good for the environment. So I don't use that until the very end, because I find that if you use products beforehand and you set it first, you don't actually need the hairspray each section, and it just means when you take it out you get a nicer curl. So it's always a nice wee tip. And plus then you don't get that crunchy curl, you know, way sometimes if you do it you get a crunchy curl and then you'll be annoyed at yourself. So that's why. So now that I've done that, I'm going to see, that one got crunchy, not crunchy. I'm going to redo that one, I don't like it. See, let's get a wee dim man. Actually, you know why I didn't let it heat the whole way through, and then I got the nice bend, but I didn't get it here because I didn't let it go through. So that's a note to myself to stop being so lazy and just trust my process. So let's see. Now, just sit through. Now, I will be patient in this one and wait until it starts to burn my hand and then pull it away. That's it. And already you can see it looks so much nicer than what it did when I first took it out. And now you're going to just grab it from that little section, twist it around your fingers, pull it up, and secure it with a pin. Perfect. Now I'm just going to repeat this side. So because I've done this side coming this way, I'm going to do that on this side, so then it gives a nice kind of even feel to the hair. So I'm going to do the same thing, slight little back comb, but not too crazy. So like 1, 2, 3. Kind of like 3's a magic number, really. It's a wee bit like a De La Soul song. 3 is a magic number, no more, no less. It's a magic number. And I'm sure my clients do not miss my random singing at them. Because in my head there's always some sort of musical going on or something going on in there, so somebody can say something to me and it'll trigger a song in my head, and then before you know it I've got a few musical going on. I'm just going to redo that wee one from this side, so excuse me, you're just going to see my back. How do these, like, I suppose I'm in my living room and my daughter's lying on the sofa, but how do like you do a live? Like, I'm only recording this and I'm nervous. How do you actually do it when people are actually probably watching you in, like, in real life? I think I'd pee my pants a wee bit. I'm not like, I would. Wait until it heats up. Let it go. And hold it, and we're going to pin it and paste. I'm going to put one underneath so it doesn't fall down. So the back kind of section looks a little bit like that. So this one here is being pinned and put up at the side angle. These ones coming back in, that one coming through, in, back, back, back. So they're all kind of going to have like a nice formation at the end. Well, fingers crossed. Now we'll come to the side. And this dolly doesn't have a very good hairline, so I'm just going to wing it and see, alright guys? So this section here I'm going to take in 2, and again, not doing a perfect straight line, just down at a slight angle. And for this one I am going to put this one underneath and then this one back the way, because I'm doing it so there's a bit more width at the side bit here, but then you just get a nice loop through at the bottom. Cool. Start again, Lynette. It's so weird working with hair that is real hair but is not attached to a human. And I didn't have a dolly headstand, so as you can see I'm using my cat scratcher, because that's what you do in lockdown. You make the best of what you can. So in this bit here I want a little bit of oomph at the ear, so it's coming under. And in this little section here I'm going to curl up the way, but then pin it back off the face. And here I will always do a little tiny bit of back combing as well. And remember to tuck your bottom in. Always tuck your bottom in. I want to, visually, I work quite visually when it comes to the front, so I'll go over the little sections quite a wee bit until I can see what way it's going to naturally like sit at her face, because if you see there, I want this, when it's done, it's going to sit off the face, so just going to go in and build it up. once I've kind of got the shape that I want, let it down, and I'm just going to use my fingers as the barrel, and then pin this round. So at the front, it kind of looks nearly like you've done a mini victory roll. Oh, now she looks drunk. Oh, keep it this side. Now the same, I'm going to, I wonder if I make it one this way. So now I'm going to do from this side, and I'll take it from probably the eyebrow, and the same, just at a wee angle, and bring it up. And just because it's the face frame, I'll do a little tiny bit of that coming, and then this one is going to go under. And the same, just hold it. Oh, sorry, my big tattooed arm. Just hold it until it heats the whole way through. And now, see if I can come a bit closer. What I'm going to do is probably from about the middle of the eyebrow, bring it up and match the top. And this one here, I'm going to do quite a big section. 3 wee back combs. And then this one, tuck your little ticks in. Tuck them in, tuck them in, tuck them in. Wait until that top part is hot. And then again, tilt it up and tuck it in your hand. In this wee section here, I'm just going to tuck it in a little bit tighter and pin it so it comes off the hair, or off the face. And then for the last section, I'm going to take this into 2, and I'm going to put this one back side. Back side is like a bum. Little tiny comb. And always tucking in those little bits, so you're not left with a little tick at the common bottom of your hair. And again, just holding it until you know that it is hot the whole way through. Letting that go. And then with your little sectioning clip, just re-grab this in, and we're just pulling it ever so slightly, like kind of back on its side a little bit. And we double pin, just so you know that bad boy's not going to go anywhere. And now this is the final section of my set. Do a little tiny bit of back combing, but then I kind of brush it out a little bit, because I want this to kind of come back up on itself that way. So I am going to curl this up the way and then bring it in on itself just at the top. And again, just going to hold this here until the undersurface of the hair is completely hot. You can tell this is my first video. Let that down. And play around, see. Okay, so I want there to be a bit more of a bend here. I want there to be a bit more of a bend at this section. So I'm just going to change position ever so slightly and curl the hair back on itself. I'm just going to hold this until this is hot, because this is the part that I want the heat to be in, and then once you put the pins in and let it naturally cool, it just sets the hair so nice. Normally on a wedding morning, if I was doing a bridal hair that the bride was wearing her hair down or half a path down, I would always set the bride's hair first, and then it means then that she can go get her makeup done, do whatever, and her hair gets to set the longest, which is always good because you do not want your hair falling out on your wedding day. That is not a situation you want to be in. So this bit here, I'm just going to pull back, put a wee pin in, and at this stage I would use my Glam Shine such a mouthful, Glam Shine Cloud spray just over the top. This settles in, smells really nice, and just gives a really nice gloss finish to the hair. And then with the sculpting mist, ever so slightly, this is the hairspray, ever so slightly, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's literally all you need. And I will just leave my dolly's head then for probably half an hour to 40 minutes, then take it out and style it. So I'll come back and show you what it looks like after, but I'll bring this closer to you. So that is how I would set my dolly's head. Hope you like it. Thank you. Bye.